Need a little bit more flexibility in your life, specifically your desktop monitor? Well, in today's video, I've got a single monitor gas arm desktop mount for your work or your home desk, and it's under 50 bucks. That's coming up in today's video. Stick around. Hey, what's going on? It's Hobart. Welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time here, if you like what I'm doing, I'd really appreciate at the end of the video if you'd hit the subscribe button. For those of you who are already subscribed, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm pretty excited about this because this is my single monitor gas spring arm desktop mount for my monitor here at home. Now, ATUMTEK sent this to me for review, so I appreciate them for sending it to me. And I opened the box, but then I said, you know what? This is very well packed, and I want to make sure that I do this on camera for all of you, so I did not go any further. I closed the box back up so that we could do it together today. So let's do a quick unboxing of this guy. It's got a lot of great features. It's able to handle curved monitors and flat monitors. It's also able to hold weight up to 19.8 pounds. Sizes between 15 and 32 inch monitors. Yeah. It's got an adjustable arm on it so that you can change the tension on the arm for heavier monitors or lighter monitors to make it easier to move around. Full 360-degree movement. So I'm pretty excited to get this baby put together and installed with my monitor over on my desktop, and want to do the unboxing real quick. First thing I see when I open it up here, these guys are giving you a 3-year warranty. Yeah, you get a 3-year warranty from ATUMTEK. You just go register on their website, atumtek.com/activate, and you get a 3-year warranty, which is really great. Of course, you got some instruction booklets here, probably tell you how to put it together. And this is what I wanted to show you. So, you know, a lot of times this hardware comes in a bag and they don't really tell you what each of them is. What a smart idea. They lettered them, they put them in their own individual bags. They're giving you the screws, they're giving you the Allen keys, some kind of mount, I guess, and all the screws that you need. So hardware is included. Got some more parts. Again, these are lettered, which always makes it easy when you're trying to put this thing together to go, well, what is that thing? Oh, letter I is letter I. Great, wonderful. As you can see, it's all in a bag. Wow, it feels really sturdy, really heavy. It's made of durable steel, so there's that part. And then it looks like this is the arm assembly. So let's go ahead and take the stuff out of the bag. Now that I've got you with me here. Wow, so they've got Velcro here. It says, warning, don't get hurt. Gas spring arm has been set for 5 kilogram monitor. Please hold the folded arm tightly and open slowly. So when I put a warning on something like that, let's see what they're talking about. Ah, okay. Okay, so that's what they were talking about. When you let that go, I don't even think I can push it back together again. But that is the arm. As you can see, it's got the swivel 360-degree arm here, so you can swivel it left and right. You're also supposed to be able to swivel it up and down. It's very tight. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I like it like that because it's going to be holding a monitor. And then here's where you slide your monitor mount into it. So, okay. We got another plate. This is the adjustable plate that goes on the back of the monitor. From what I read, that they do 75 millimeter and 100 millimeter sizes. So you have 2 separate hole sets in here for different size monitors. So you can see that there's the smaller 75 millimeter holes there, and then the larger 100 millimeter holes are up there. Of course, this goes on the back of your monitor, and then that is what slides into this mount here. So this should slide into it somehow, probably from this side. Boom. Okay. I'm just figuring this out for the first time too with you. So I've never had one of these before, so this is a genuine unboxing and trying to figure it out all at the same time. I did read up on some of the specs though, and like I said, this is able to hold 19.8 pounds. So if you've got a really big monitor or maybe an older monitor that's a little heavier, it'll handle up to 19.8 pounds. Curved and flat screens. So this has the ability to accommodate curved and flat screens, which curved screens are pretty popular these days. They're becoming very popular. So that is a pretty cool pro, and that'll be on my pro list later on in the video, that it can handle those screens. Plus 15-inch up to 32-inch screens. Can you imagine having a 32-inch screen hanging on the arm in front of you? I mean, I think I have a 24 or something. I just couldn't imagine, but this can handle from 15 up to 32-inch screens, both flat and curved, which is great. Also, the mount that's on here has the ability, because some of us have holes in our desks where the wires can go down. I do have that at work, but I do not have that at home. So what's great about the ATUMTEK desk mount is that you can use it for both. Some of them, it's only a one-use thing, and if you don't have a hole, you can't use it. Or if you do have a hole, then you can't use it. So what's great about this is you can use it for both. So it's fully adjustable. I think up to 3.3 or 3.5 inch thick desks this will be able to sit on just nicely. Mine is much thinner, probably 3/4 of an inch. So that's something I'm actually kind of curious to see. This is such a heavy, sturdy, very well-built monitor stand. Will this work on such a thin desk? So we're gonna find out here in just a little bit when we go and install this baby. So as you can see, you can adjust You have a plastic or a rubber pad right here so that it doesn't hurt your desk, which is great. They do recommend to not use these on a glass desk. Glass desks are a no-no, so definitely don't buy this if you're gonna be using it on a glass desk. But you just basically take that, slide it over the corner, screw it up, tighten it down, and then you've got your adjustments here on the side. And of course this probably just goes, might as well just put it together now, right? Go ahead and put that like that, and then you'll just tighten this down. And that will stop this from going up or down, or I guess down. It will still go up. So you're gonna set your adjustment. Once you get it on your desk, of course, you're gonna set your height. And the way to do that is just by loosening or tightening this black piece right here. And of course this slides right on here like this. And then you probably can tighten this so that it doesn't move and rotate either. So that's basically what's in the box. So we got all the hardware here. I've got my instruction booklet here. So what do you say? We've unboxed it. You see all the good stuff that you get inside. Let's head on over to the desk and I'm gonna try to install this. Like I said, I've never had one of these before. I don't know how this is gonna go. If it's a long time, then I'll make sure I fast forward it for you so you don't have to sit through me trying to figure out how to put this thing together. But hopefully it'll be easy. It seems easy. So what do you say? Let's go over to my desktop and we'll go from there. All right, so we're over here at my desktop and I've already gone ahead and took off the back of the mount and the stand that was on my Asus monitor. I was also using the ATUMTEK adjustable monitor riser stand, which I've got right here. So if you're not looking for an arm and you're just looking for an adjustable stand, I'll throw a link right here so that you can go and check out that video. But I got that off so that I can put my VESA plate, V-E-S-A plate. This is the plate that has the clip on the back of it that goes on the arm. You can see that it does say up right here. So you want to make sure that this is in the up or on the top, towards the top of your monitor. So I'll go ahead and place that on my monitor. And by looking at the hole alignment, it looks like my monitor has the 100mm holes, which are the ones on the outer points here. If you do have smaller holes, 75mm, it will work with these inner holes. So in my case, I'm going to be using the outer ones. And with the hardware that they give you, they got letters on everything, and they're telling you that you need to use the letter A screws to be able to put this on. Now, if you're using this on a curved monitor, you would not use the letter A's. You would actually use the letter B and C. The letter B and C, what B is, the B's are longer screws, and C's are kind of little, I guess, spacers that would go in on the back of the monitor. So if you're using a flat monitor, you go ahead and use the A screws. If you're using a curved monitor, you're gonna use the B and C. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the A's in the holes. That didn't quite sound right. All right, now I'm done. So now that I got the Visa plate on the back, you can see it installed. I'll hold this up for you. So make sure that the upward is towards the top. So now we're ready for the next step. Now, so the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy on the corner of my desk here. Now, as you can see, it's a pretty thin desk. I do have this bar on the edge, so I'm gonna go around back here and put it on the back. I do not have a hole, but the good thing about the ATUMTEK desk mount is that you can use it on desks that do have holes and do not have holes. They have two different mounts that you can use. In my case, I'm gonna be using it without a hole. You can use it on desks up to 3.3 inches thick as well. Of course, mine is not even close to that. So let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm gonna go put it on the edge here. As you can see, it sits right up on the desk. So it's almost like a stand on the desk, and this underneath is just kind of holding it in place. So let me go ahead, screw this baby on. All right, cool. Well, that was easy. It's solid. It's working. Let's go ahead and grab the arm, which I've got here. Now, this is the point in time where you can use this adjustable black piece, this black plastic piece. You have a handle that you can turn, and that allows you to go up and down. And so that's going to adjust your height. So I'll just put it in the middle for now and just kind of see where we are. So we'll go ahead and take this guy, and we'll put it on. Wow. Pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and bring this down a little bit. Put it right about there. All right, so that's how simple it is. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the Allen keys that they provided to tighten this down. And I'm just tightening down the arm here so that it doesn't swivel around. Now you gotta find out which position that you want it in. For those of you who are gonna have it up against the wall, you might wanna have the arm over to the side because obviously you're not gonna have any room to keep it straight back. So I'm gonna have mine up against the wall, so I'm gonna wanna take my top and turn it at a 90-degree angle and tighten it down from here. So there you go, nice and sturdy. Now the next step in the process is going to be to put the monitor up on the monitor arm that we just installed. And I wanted to move the camera a little bit so you can see a little bit more of the arm as I go ahead and do the installation. Now we've already put our Visa plate on the back of here. We've made sure that the word up is facing up on the top of the monitor. And then there's a little metal tab here that will allow it to click in place and be locked in place so that you can do all your movements and rotations. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this and click it in place and then show you how you're able to do the different movements. So as you can see, we have the plate with the word up there, and there's a little channel. You're just gonna go ahead and slide it in the channel, and you can see it snaps into place just like that. And from there, we've got movement left and right so for your swivel. You're also able to turn it 360 degrees. So for those of you who wanna use it in portrait mode, boom, turned it in portrait mode. I like to use mine in horizontal. But already you can see the movements. Now, I'm gonna need to adjust it for height, and I'll do that in just a minute. On the back here, for those of you who maybe need to tighten up and do some adjustments, there are two Allen key screws. One of them is gonna tighten up and loosen the pivoting from left to right. And the other one is going to loosen and tighten your rotation. So there are two adjustments right here on the back. In Allen keys that you can adjust, and then you can adjust the arm over here on the corner. So let's go ahead and adjust the arm and get this thing to height. All right, so it is time to do the adjustments on the arm itself. So when you get it, it's got a lot of tension on it, and therefore smaller monitors like mine, 24, 22 inch, you're not gonna be able to pull this down and have it stay. It's gonna pop right back up when you pull it out of the box. As you saw when I was doing the unboxing, there was a lot of tension. There was that warning sticker. There was that Velcro around there saying, be careful, because as soon as you let that Velcro off, pop, it's going to pop open. And the reason why is because this baby can handle up to 32-inch monitors, up to 20 pounds. So that gas spring has got to be strong to be able to hold those and still allow you to have the free range of motion that you do with smaller monitors. So the adjustment that they have for that is right here on the back. There is a sticker to tell you basically if you go clockwise with the Allen key, you will be decreasing the amount of tension. So if you have a smaller than 32-inch monitor, you're most likely going to be going clockwise. And that's going to loosen up that tension so you can bring this down and it will stay. For those of you who are using 32-inch monitors or big 20-pound monitors, depending on the way it comes out of the box, which was pretty tight, you may have to increase, and that is going counterclockwise with your Allen key. Like I said, there's a sticker over here that tells you, but you're basically going to go over here, put the Allen key in, give it a crank. In my case, I'm going to be going clockwise because I want to decrease the amount of tension. And by doing that probably 10 or 15 times, it's not just 2, I pre-did it. About 10 or 15 times, you'll notice it start to loosen up. And that will give you more of that freedom so you can put it up, but you can also bring it down. Okay, so that's what's the beauty of this stand, is that you're able to adjust it for the weight and the size of monitor that you have. Just a little tweak after you get those first few out of the way, just a little tweak goes a long way, and you can keep it nice and tight for you. So we've gone over all of the different adjustments that you can do. You got your adjustment right here to be able to keep it from popping back up and going up and down. You've also got your adjustments here on the back. You've got 2 adjustments right there. The first one here is for your tilt, going back and forth, and that second one here is for your pivoting of your screen. And as you can see, it pivots, it stays, it goes up, it goes down, it's ready to go. And it only took a couple of minutes. This is my very first one that I've ever owned. I barely read the instructions, as I call them, just a few times just to make sure I'm using the right lettered screw. But other than that, it was very easy to install. I have a 3/4 inch thick desk with no hole, and it went on easily. It's nice and sturdy on there. It's locked in place, and I think I'm ready to go. So I'm very impressed with this guy so far. Well, I'm going to go ahead and plug the monitor back in, get everything back up and running, and head over to the couch. We'll go ahead and do the pros and the cons. Let's go. All right, well, we are back, and it's time for the pros and cons here on the ATUMTEK single monitor gas spring desk mount, and I got lots of pros. Now, I haven't used it too much, so I don't really have any cons, but I'm going to go over the things that I really like about this. This is my very first one, so I'm very impressed with the build quality. I did a lot of research on a bunch of different products just to kind of see how this guy holds up to some of the other ones, and I got to say, on some of the other products, there was a lot of complaints. But when I went and looked at the comments on this guy, so far, a lot of people really like the ATUMTEK single monitor gas spring mount. Now, some of the things that I like, build quality. Build quality is incredible. This thing is heavy, it's sturdy, it's made of steel, it's been coated so it's not gonna rust or anything. Looks very high quality, feels very high quality. So I gotta give the build quality a huge 2 thumbs up pro. It's just amazing. The gas spring arm is extremely tough to pull down, and it needs to be for that 19.8 pound capacity. So I think the build quality on this is just second to none. I also like the ability that you're able to use flat or curved displays with this guy. For those of you who are using a flat display, as I showed you over in the installation, there's a shorter screw. And for those of you who are using it on a curved display, they have longer screws with some spacers. And they give you all that in the easy to follow instructions. So the ability to use flat and curved monitors is another pro. I also like the size range and weight capacity that you have with this guy, being able to do 15 up to 32 inch monitors and up to 19.8 pounds. Wow, that's pretty huge. So for those of you who have a smaller monitor and want to move to a bigger monitor or even a curved monitor, the good thing is you don't have to switch monitor arms. You can use the same one and switch from a flat to a curved or from a smaller to a bigger and heavier monitor, which is great to have that flexibility. I also like the different ways that you can install this guy. It allows you to install it on a desk that has a hole or in a desk that does not have a hole. Myself at work, I've got a hole, so I would be able to install it there, but what if I wanted to bring it home and it only installed in desks that have a hole? Well, my desk at home does not, and it went on just fine. It's also able to be installed on desks up to 3.3 inches thick, which is pretty darn thick. My desk, though, is less than 3/4 of an inch thick, and it went on just fine. So for those of you who have thinner desks that are wondering, wow, Hobart, is this big heavy thing going to be able to install on my desk and hold my monitor? Yeah, it is. It's actually working just fine on there. So thin to thick desks, up to 19.8 pounds, 15 to 32 inch size. Huge pro for the amount of flexibility that you have with the different sizes and shapes of your monitor. So that's another pro. I also like that you get that Visa plate in there that allows you to do the 100mm or 75mm holes. So for those of you who, again, need to switch monitors, maybe you have 75mm now and you buy a monitor that has 100mm holes, you don't have to get another arm or a different plate. You've already got that. So and you're able to move that, obviously, left, right, up, down, tilt it, go to portrait mode, landscape mode, and you don't have to make any adjustment. It moves freely, and once you get it into position, it stays in place. So I really like that. The 3-year warranty is also awesome. They've done the test, as I said, up to 25,000 movements of that gas spring arm, which accounts to about 10 movements a day for 5 years. Now that's been tested, and that's how long it should last you. But just to make sure, they give you a 3-year warranty on all parts. For the rest of it, just in case anything happens, you can register on their website at atumtek.com/register, and you've got a 3-year warranty for your single monitor arm desk mount, which is great. So the warranty is amazing. As far as cons go, I just don't have any cons. Obviously, I just opened it up. I just installed it for the first time. If I had to think about the process so far, I don't have any cons. It was easy to put together. It was easy to install on my desk. I didn't have any issues with it being too thin or too thick or having a hole or not having a hole. It tightened down there real nice and was sturdy right off the bat. The adjustments on there are really easy to turn and adjust and are sturdy so far. The adjustments on the tilt and on the arm tightness and tension were easy to adjust. So I can't really give any cons right now. If I do have any cons that come up, I will make sure to add them into my description. I may even do another video if it gets really bad. But other than that, I'm just going to stick with go buy this thing. $50 is what you can get it for on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description for you, so you can go ahead and click on that and get yourself one. Also, if you have any questions or comments about the video or the product itself, the arm, I'd be happy to answer them if it's something I haven't covered in today's video so far. Again, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like what I'm doing, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell so that it will notify you next time I put out another video. And I appreciate you watching as always. Have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and see you later.